When did weight loss become a full-time job? If losing weight in your 40s or 50s feels nearly impossible, no matter what you try, you're not imagining things. That's because from the time we enter perimenopause, hormonal shifts often trigger a drop in something called metabolic flexibility. Basically, that's our body's ability to burn today's carbs and yesterday's leftovers, which means that the diet culture we grew up with and that most traditional medical doctors are still parroting trained us to do the exact opposite of what our midlife metabolism actually needs. In today's episode, I'm digging into the 4 biggest metabolism mistakes you're probably making in perimenopause and how to start to fix them. So, grab a quick potty break and get ready to hit delete on half the things you've been told about weight loss. And I'll be back to break it all down in less than 90 seconds. Welcome to Are You There Midlife? It's me, Monica. Hi, I'm Monica Topetti, wife, mom, health coach, and hormone imbalance survivor. And I'm on a mission to help women in midlife balance hormones naturally without drugs, doctors, or divorce. Are you tired of dealing with heavy, painful periods that look like a crime scene? Are you sick of struggling with anxiety, fatigue, or brain fog that... What was I just saying? Are you frustrated doing all the things to lose weight but still packing on pounds faster than a real housewife changes Birkins? Girl, you are in the right place. Join me each week as I spill the tea on what to expect in perimenopause and beyond. From IBS to insomnia, bloating to funky body odor, I'll unpack all the weird stuff happening inside our midlife bodies, plus give you the latest science and holistic solutions to manage it all. So ditch the Spanx and hop on board the Hot Mess Express. Let's do this. Hey, beautiful. Welcome back to the show. So today we are continuing my Countdown to the New Year series with one of the most frequently asked questions I get. Why am I gaining weight when I'm eating less? Here's what no one bothered to tell us. Weight gain in midlife isn't just about calories. Because according to multiple menopause studies, it's driven by hormonal shifts that change how our bodies store fat and use fuel, which is exactly why so many mainstream weight loss habits end up backfiring in perimenopause. In today's episode, I'm breaking down the 4 biggest metabolism mistakes most midlife women are making without even realizing it. Plus, how to course correct without starving yourself, exercising 7 days a week, or burning out instead of burning fat. So open up your notes app and put your phone on Do Not Disturb because today's episode is all about working smarter, not harder. But first, how do you know if shifting hormones are the reason your scale is climbing even though you haven't changed a thing? Well, that's exactly what I help you figure out when you take my free hormone symptom profile assessment at bit.ly/takemyhormone-quiz. First, this assessment will tell you if you likely have a hormone imbalance, even if nothing is showing up in your blood work. Second, it's going to reveal which main hormone is driving your symptoms, so you can finally focus on what your body actually needs to heal. It's quick, it's easy, and it's already helped more than 2,100 midlife women uncover the real root cause behind fatigue, brain fog, poor sleep, chronic inflammation, or slow metabolism. So if you're ready to stop guessing and start getting some real answers, head on over to bit.ly/takemyhormone-quiz. Or just click the link in today's show notes. All right, let's dive in because now that you know why weight loss in perimenopause is harder, thanks to shifting hormones, let's talk about what's actually slowing down our metabolism. Starting with mistake number 1, eating less by skipping meals. This first metabolism mistake is one we swore by in our 20s and 30s. Just eat fewer calories by skipping some meals and white knuckling it through your hunger. Chew lots of gum. That really helps. But in perimenopause, long gaps without food cause blood sugar crashes, which spikes cortisol and tells our body to store fat, especially in our tummies. That's why living on coffee until noon or saving calories by skipping meals actually trains our metabolism to slow down. So what should you do instead? Eat every 3 to 4 hours, even if you're practicing intermittent fasting, because long fasts without fuel worsen insulin sensitivity and make your body more resistant to fat loss. Also, make sure you're getting enough protein at every meal and distribute your calories even more evenly across the day to prevent your body from going into starvation mode and storing fat. Metabolism mistake number 2 is doing more cardio to burn calories. In the 80s and 90s, we were all told, hey, if you want to lose weight, do aerobics. There was step aerobics and dance aerobics. There was even water aerobics. Aerobics was all the rage. Today, the names may have changed, like Peloton or spin class or the elliptical. But the issue with doing too much aerobics, or cardio as we now call it, is that it breaks down muscle, and that slows our metabolism when we're at rest. That's a big issue because once we enter perimenopause, fluctuating estrogen makes it easier to lose muscle and harder to rebuild it. So what should you be doing? I want you to strength train 3 times per week with an emphasis on hypertrophy, which simply means building muscle. And treat cardio as an extra bonus when you have time. Studies show that consistent resistance training can increase our lean muscle mass and significantly increase the number of calories our body burns at rest. Metabolism mistake number 3 is incredibly common. I am guilty of this one too. Eating clean all week and then having a cheat meal on the weekend. For a lot of midlife women, eating clean Monday through Friday actually means under-eating. Light to no breakfast. A side salad for lunch. Maybe a few ounces of protein at dinner or whenever we remember. But during perimenopause, this chronic underfueling puts our body in battery-saving mode and once again slows everything down, including our metabolism. Then the weekend hits, and that Saturday night cheat meal turns into an entire Sunday of cheating. The result? Metabolic whiplash. No, that's not a scientific term. I kind of made that one up. But it's basically something that's fueled by 5 days of deprivation followed by a calorie bonanza. And this pattern keeps our body stuck in fat storage mode, marked by increased water retention and even stronger cravings for sugar and refined carbs. So what should you do instead? Try to aim for consistent calories all week long, including enough protein, about 100 grams or more per day, to stop cravings in their tracks. Then, if you do want to treat yourself to something on the weekend, you won't go off the rails because your body will feel safe and satiated. And metabolism mistake number 4 is, if it's high in protein, it must be healthy. Maybe you're already someone who got the memo. you know you should be eating more protein. So you grab anything at the grocery store with 15 to 20 grams of protein on the label and assume you're good to go. Protein shakes and bars, deli meat, pre-made smoothies, or even chicken nuggets or anything burgers. And because they're portion controlled and high protein, we assume they've got to be better than fast food, right? But are they? Here's the problem. Most processed foods contain added sugars, refined starches, industrial oils, gums, stabilizers, and preservatives that increase our inflammation, interfere with our hormone signaling, and spike blood sugar. And in perimenopause, those spikes hit us harder because we no longer have enough estrogen or progesterone to buffer them the way they used to. So even though we're technically eating protein, our metabolism is still getting the message to store energy, hold on to fat, slow everything down. So what should you be doing instead? I want you to prioritize whole food protein about 80% of the time. Fresh or frozen grass-fed meat, pasture-raised poultry and eggs, wild-caught fish or seafood, and save packaged foods and protein powders for true convenience emergencies, not everyday fuel. So there you go. The 4 biggest metabolism mistakes most women are making in perimenopause and don't even know it. Here's today's takeaway. In midlife, skipping meals, chasing cardio, underfueling all week, or relying on highly processed protein sends the exact opposite message our metabolism needs. So here's your hormone work for the week. Pick just one of these mistakes to start cleaning up, whether that's eating consistently or adding some strength training or ditching your weekday deprivation weekend binge cycle, or even just prioritizing whole food protein more often. You don't need to fix everything at once for your metabolism to start to respond. And if you're not sure whether a hormone imbalance is the real reason weight loss feels kind of impossible, don't forget to take my free hormone symptom profile assessment at bit.ly/takemyhormonequiz. Then join me back here next Tuesday as we continue our countdown to the new year with an episode all about how to calm sugar cravings in perimenopause without cutting carbs. If this season feels like a nonstop standoff with sugar, you won't want to miss this one. Until next week, wishing you health, happiness, and fewer hot flashes. Hey friend! Can I call you friend? Because I already feel like we're friends in my head. Did this podcast teach you something, make you laugh, or feel less like an alien? If so, I would be so incredibly grateful if you could take just 60 seconds to rate, review, and subscribe. That is the #1 way you can thank me and support the show. Until next week, stay cool and keep away from sharp objects.